Hello all, welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to discuss regret. Um, have you done something that you regret? Have you done something that you're ashamed of? Have you done something that you wish you could take back? I recently did, and I regret it, but then I realized, you know what? I can't take it back. We can't take it back. Whatever it is that we did, we can't take it back. No matter how much we regret, no matter how ashamed we are of ourselves, no matter how much remorse and guilt that we carry, we can't take whatever it is that happened back. And all we can do is move forward. All we can do is move forward. One thing that I always carry with me, that I really try to think about, is in 5 years will this matter? Think back to about 5 years ago. 5 years ago, 2016. What were you doing on this day? Can you even remember what you were doing on this day? Most likely not. You can, or even if not this day, maybe the day yesterday. Can you remember what you did 5 years ago yesterday from this date? Most likely not. So if it doesn't matter. And that's how we have to look at the things that we regret. Is that, will it matter 5 years? Will it matter a year from now? Because most likely it doesn't, unless it's something that you really, really tragically did. If you really hurt someone, you can always apologize, and you can always ask for forgiveness, and you can always, learn to forgive yourself. But I'm talking about something not of that monumental sort of scale. But regret is regret, no matter what scale it is. Regret is regret, and we can't change what we did. We can only move forward. We can only keep going forward, and the only thing that we can do is just focus on what can we do next. Because when our focus is too much on what I did and, oh man, I'm so ashamed, we lose focus on what's in front of us. We lose focus on the opportunities that we have in front of us to change and to provide a different direction, and we also lose opportunities to learn more about ourselves, because within that moment of making that mistake, there was something about you that you had to learn that you didn't learn, and you can reflect back on it and realize maybe you were just in a very vulnerable state about yourself, and had you learned or knew better, you would have done so, and you made a mistake and you didn't. And that's enough validation for you to forgive yourself, to realize that had you known that you could have done better, you would have, and yet you didn't. So it just means that you're still growing and you're still learning. It just means that life isn't finished with you yet, and another day passes, and we just keep going. We just keep going. We don't judge a plant by the tiny bulb that it is. It just keeps growing and growing and growing, right? We human beings are the exact same way. So whatever regret, whatever shame and guilt that you carry, I permit you to let it go, because that's the only way that we can allow ourselves to move forward and realize that for us to grow, we really need to let go, because we're just holding on to more pain, we're just holding on to more baggage, and we feel as if by holding on to whatever it is that we're holding on to, that we're perhaps doing a service to ourselves, and that it just means that we care if we hold on to it. Oh, if I let go of it, then that means I don't care. That's not true. In fact, you care more when you let go, because you're ready to change. You're ready to start a new path. By carrying it, you just create the same old path, the same old patterns, the same repeated mistakes, and that regret, that shame may come back onto a new form. But by letting go, we allow ourselves to take a new form of life, take a new path, and we learn. But we have to let go. Letting go doesn't mean that you forget. It just means that you let go. It doesn't mean that you have to forget it. It doesn't mean that you have to just toss it to the side and be like, oh, that's not me. I don't care about it anymore. It doesn't mean that you have to be that neglectful about it. It just means that whatever it is, we can look at it as something that served us, and it did its job, and it can move along now. And regret and pain and shame, as much as they hurt, they do serve us. They serve us to change. They serve us to really recognize this the severity of what we need to change, and the abruptness of how we can go about doing so. And regret is one of the best teachers. Shame is also one of the best teachers. Pain itself is a very essential teacher. It teaches us how to be more loving. It teaches how to be more protective, how to be more nourishing. It also teaches us how to change. And I really invite you to just let go of your pain, let go of your regret, let go of your shame, let go of your guilt, let go of your remorse, and just let it fly off. Let it, it did its job. It served you. It's shown you that, okay, these are the areas that I need to improve on, and you can be thankful for it. And then we can let it go so that we can create a new path. We can create new reinforcement within ourselves, and we're ready to accept a new version of ourselves in life. And so is life, and so is everyone else. But that can never be so if we're still holding on to the pain, and being very defensive and reserved, and protective of ourselves, and pushing people away, and it just leads down to a negative, really self-destructive path when we do that. And we're only hurting ourselves when we hold on to it. So let it go. I invite you to let it go. So this is pretty much it for this video. I hope you got something from it, and like always, see you on the next one.